Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. Today I'd like to talk about an interesting article which I found while surfing on the internet, and it's called Brand Impressions, Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, Vacheron and Constantin. Now this was a posting that I found on the internet, and it was by a Thomas M. So I'd like to read it because it's got a few home truths here which I think are really quite interesting. So let's have a look there. Funny how things come in threes. I have been a long time fanatic about the big three, about 2 decades, so my thoughts on them are probably old guard and traditional. But being a student of consumer psychology and brand marketing, but who'da think her, I find public perception of them fascinating. Patek has pretty well been number 1 or 2 for just about forever. There was a time when Vacheron may have vied for the top spot, but that was many decades ago. AP has always been the image of the young Turk among the three, and the relatively recent date of their founding supports this. In my mind, and most of the traditionalists I know, Patek is the mature young king. Vacheron is a retired and fading, though still revered, king father, and Audemars is the bright and rambunctious crown prince. AP is renowned for being adventurous with design and material use, though not always so successful. Their royal oak preceded Patek Philippe's Nautilus, leading to a whole new category, the stainless steel luxury sports watch, and they were one of the first to successfully use tantalum, Tantalum, among other unusual and rare metals. Their innovativeness and technical prowess goes back to the early 20th century. They made the first minute repeater for Omega, thus in effect playing the role of the watchmaker's watchmaker. Vacheron is frequently referred to, at least among my acquaintances, as the greatest watch of my grandfather's era. I'm under 40. Though with the popularity of retro chic, Vacheron Constantin still commands a great ooh factor. I got a kick out of the time when, with about 11 other young, under 30 and up-and-coming business execs, professionals and bankers, I was the outsider visitor to the group, sitting around the table at a local beer pub in Taipei. The big swinging Dick, he always got the seat at the head of the table and walked out the door first and was never the designated driver. From the other table of the 10-foot table, asked if he could see my watch, then nodded with approval and said, I always wanted a Vacheron ever since my grandfather told me they were the best watches in the world. After I passed it over to him, he was wearing an IWC Mark 12. Besides the ego stroke, it was a fascinating look into the mind for the next generation of watch idiot savant. By the way, he was a hotshot foreign exchange senior vice president for BNP. Vacheron Constantin never quite got a brand icon established in the way AP has the Royal Oak and Patek Philippe has the Nautilus and Golden Ellipse. The Calatrava has too many different and differing variations to qualify as a brand icon, in my humble opinion. The 22 and the Phidias lines never really quite finding market acceptance. The overseas line may finally work for them, but this awaits the test of time. Interesting that the overseas owes clear design elements to both previous lines, if at first you don't succeed. So in the spirit of your one-liners, I would say that VC is the watch of your rich retired uncle or old money. The PP, the power watch of the CEO or banker, and AP, the watch of choice of artists and other avant-garde. Nor sure if this is profound, but it sure is fun. I welcome comments, suggestions and corrections. And I gotta say, I found this a really interesting article. I'm not sure if I'd agree with his opinion of the Calatrava having too many variations. I think the Calatrava is gorgeous. But let me know what you think of that interesting article. I'm Archie Luxury, and thank you for listening.